Somehow, I guessed it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for issue number 3 of DC vs. Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, full disclosure, I did not even read the digital version of issue number 3 before posting that video from a couple weeks ago. It was just based off of sheer guesswork coupled with the last page of issue number 2. And honestly, part of me wishes I was wrong, but yeah, it appears that they have speed ran Sonic X. So, without further delay, so we pick things up from the end of the last issue with Mr. Terrific telling Team Sonic that effectively their world and the Justice League, that being, of course, Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, Batman, and the Flash, are all gone. And Knuckles, being himself, wants to deck him. And Sonic, of course, is the one to effectively talk him out of doing it. Now, for those who remember, this is actually something that's been around since Sonic Adventure, and also in Sonic X. So, yes. Now, the one thing that gets stated, besides just recapping the last page, comes from Silver, and he says, "At least that means Darkseid's gone too." Silver, how can you say that? We've lost everyone. I'm sorry, Amy. I'm just trying to find some good in this catastrophe. No, this can't be it. Given the nature of the apocalyptic dimensional engine, factor in the energy supplied by the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, just tails being tails. Effectively, he's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying the stuff. But effectively, he has no answer for what has happened. But Mr. Terrific's like, okay, I don't know about that. It won't be long before the villains of the world realize 6 of our greatest heroes are missing. I can put the rest of the League on high alert, but it's going to get ugly. Well, that's no good. They gave their lives trying to protect our world. I think we owe it to them to return the favor. Yeah, so now we are faced with them becoming the Animal Justice League or the Freedom Force at home. Yeah. But the first one who gets geared up is, of course, Silver. And he was like, Jon Stewart passed this to me right as we entered the portal. Does this mean I've been recruited? It means he put his trust in you. The League put its trust in all of you. If you're joining the Justice League, you need to dress the part. Oh, yeah. So we're getting, like I said, Freedom Force at home. Or the updated Freedom Force. Whatever. And we get our first glimpse at the new Justice League, or the temporary Justice League, with Silver aiding the other Green Lanterns. Under the protection of the Green Lantern Corps, the days and weeks move on, but villainy does not wait to mourn the League's losses. as he works with at least two of the well-known League members, that being Tamare and Kilowog. Now, the last one, Chip, I don't believe he's a well-known one. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'll talk about that in just a moment. As they're fighting Sinestro and the Parallax Demon. Or at least I believe this is supposed to be the Parallax Demon. Yeah. Afraid to call for backup? Or do you fear what my newfound power will do to the rest of your precious Green Lantern Corps? Yeah. As they are, well, they seem to be knocked out, but only temporarily, as Silver starts chanting the Green Lantern speech. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape our sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware our power, Green Lantern's light. And yeah, someone on there have been at least a few people who have mentioned that this is the Willem Dafoe meme that they used. What's the matter, Sinestro? Scared? As Silver uses a green construct hammer that's based off of Amy's hammer, and promptly destroys the Parallax construct. Careful, Chip. We don't know what Sinestro used to enhance this lantern battery. A Chaos Emerald? But that was supposed to be lost with my home dimension. Apparently Silver can speak squirrel? I'm not sure what this means. Sorry, but I'm going to need to report this to my friends. I'll have one of the other Earth Lanterns fill in for me. Like Kyle or Hal. Or Guy. Or Simon. Or Jessica. Or Joe. Or, well, they're just going through the entire list. And he has what appears to be respect for Guy Gardner. Huh. Okay. So, before we move on, Chip, I don't believe Chip is a real DC Lantern member. Let's see. He might be. Okay, so in League of Super Pets, Chip is an orange kryptonite infused squirrel. So it's not a new one. Never mind. Ignore that. But the fact that Ian Flynn decided to use Chip probably means that it's a nod to Sonic Unleashed, where I want to say he was Gaia incarnate, or the physical embodiment of Gaia. Light Gaia. I was not off by much. It has been a while since I played Unleashed, so. But I have a feeling it's a nod to Sonic Unleashed with the inclusion of Chip, as I don't recall him being used too often. Heck, I actually had to look that up just to be reminded. But yeah, Chip is a real Green Lantern Corps member, but as I said before, I believe it's a reference. Meanwhile, Sector 2814, or Washington, D.C. This time, we're dealing with Gorilla Grodd and his kingdom of gorillas. As Gorilla Grodd is dealing with Supergirl and Hawkgirl. Okay. Ah, Supergirl, Hawk Girl, the battle is over before it's begun. Kneel before your new king, Gorilla Grodd. My own psychic prowess has been strengthened tenfold by a mysterious new power. A power only I have the will to command. You should feel honored. You'll be the first two to join my conquest of this pitiful nation. You think a tactical genius like you would know better than to let his guard down. As you can tell, it's the lasso of truth being wielded by none other than Amy Rose. And that fight just straight up ended in like a page. So, the League kneels to no one. Shush! She's just one hedgehog, and she's worth 100 of you. Well, considering her hammer, I think weighs a lot. Canonically. Yeah, I'm not surprised. On your feet, Hawk Girl. We need you on the battlefield. Oh, I'll join. After I smash this overpowered mind control device. Wait! That's a Chaos Emerald! Yeah, so there's two. Yeah, in one issue so far, they've gotten 2 of the 7. Yeah, she smacks herself in the face, or pats her cheeks. Whatever. First things first, we need to drive out these invaders. She does have an interesting take on the Wonder Woman outfit. And then we move over to Metropolis with Super Knuckles. Whatever. Or Super Echidna. On the one hand, this ain't so bad. It's a big city, but not nearly as big as my island. Patrolling it takes no time at all. On the other, it's a big city. So many layers, so bright and noisy. It can be challenging to keep track of it all. But Superman did it and looked after the whole world too. I'm gonna have to work extra hard to be as good a guardian as him. As he goes down and has a conversation with Lois Lane. Superman's partner, more like girlfriend, but whatever. As they have a small discussion about the League, as they've been there for, well, I said months, I believe, back with the whole thing with days and weeks. Okay. My guess is they've been there for roughly a month. So, yeah, the two of them have gotten used to each other for a little bit. Hey, Miss Lane, hear anything from Star Labs? No, and the League has been kind enough to keep me in the loop. But there's still no progress in finding Superman or the others. Tails is looking into it with the Teen Titans too. Until then, I've got things covered. Yeah, about that. Lex called me, saying he wants to speak to you. Luthor, why? 1, he knows I'm one of the only people you'll talk outside of the League. 2, he wants something. I'd tell him to shove it, but if it's about Clark and the others, yeah, I'll go deal with it. All these bald, evil geniuses are the same. Oh, that's funny. I wonder what his take on Ultron, not Ultron, Brainiac would be. No, Ultron too, if they had a crossover between Marvel and Sonic. And as he gets to Luthor Corp, he meets the baldiness himself, and he kind of resembles Mr. Clean in this variation. Not sure why, but whatever. Anyways, he kicks it off with slower than a speeding bullet and as subtle as a locomotive. Yeah, that's a tongue-in-cheek nod to the original phrase, which was faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. And he just wants to know what Luther wants to know. Wants. Whatever. Peace, believe it or not. I've been watching you for quite some time now. Unlike your predecessor, you don't flaunt godly powers. You're certainly more capable than most humans, but you still have very mortal limits. And yet you take on the burden of protecting everyone and everything to the best of your natural talents. I respect that. I am a man of tongue-tied, considerable means. I can support you in ways the Justice League can't and will not. We could be quite the influential duo, you and I. What do you say? And at this point, and at this time, he isn't being gullible, unlike a lot of the time with Robotnik, so he ain't buying it. So, a pity. You share the Kryptonian's moral flaws. I wonder, do you share his weakness too? First off, no, he doesn't share Superman's weakness. And secondly, hey, you found a Chaos Emerald. You finally did something right, Luthor. Which flabbergasted him. He honestly thought it was, kryptonite. Take it as a token of my sincerity. Think hard about what more we could do together. As he temporarily flies off, he smashes through the window and says, "Oh, were you trying to poison me thinking this was kryptonite?" Scared shitless. Gotham City! Crime plague home of Batman. As the Joker is on a rampage, doing what he does best, creating chaos. The traffic this time of day is just murder. Yeah. Of course, there he is. The Shadow of the Bat. Okay, whatever. His Batmobile kind of resembles one of those toys you get in a toy store. Honestly, it doesn't look like the real Batmobile. Whatever. Bravo, Short Stack. I'm surprised you can reach the pedals. Aha! Yeah, that also doesn't last too long. As Hedgehog ends it off really quickly. And compared to the height of Joker, he kind of looks like, Batmite more so than Batman. Whatever. Not bad, Edgy Hedgy. You certainly have the mood down. You have the makings of a passable replacement. But there's a cadence to this sort of thing. The dreary little Gothamites expect a show. So next time, no, he just decides, screw it. Kick him square in the face and take the Chaos Emerald. That's 2 more. Next up, Central City, the home of the Flash. Well, the former hometown of the Flash. That doesn't belong to you and means the world to me. If you hand it over, we'll let bygones be bygones. You are in no position to make demands of me. No more than you have the right to wear that uniform. Yeah. So instead of, a typical villain like Commander Cold, they stick him against Reverse Flash. But honestly, it's kind of funny considering how Reverse Flash is. Pretty judgy from someone calling himself Reverse Flash. Do they not have the thesaurus in the future you're from? The real Flash was a hero. I saw through that myself, tempered through tragedy and loss. But you're a child playing dress-up, a smart-mouthed pretender who lacks the focus and conviction to Flash's boots. You're not good enough to be his replacement. You're not even good enough to be his fake. Gotta admit, you're pretty fast. So this is sort of a nod to Sonic Adventure 2 with his first fight against Shadow, calling him Faker. So who knows? That's my thought about it. I'm the fastest man alive, unchallenged. Now. And you'll never retrieve your precious, when did you do this? Oh, sorry. Did I move too fast for you to see? Let's try again. Don't blink. As I think he's done this before, and I don't remember if Flash has done that before, but yeah, he takes out Reverse Flash. And another Chaos Emerald. So fast, did he tap into? No, it wasn't the Speed Force. He was using that emerald to warp? Which means he kinda knows a bit about the Chaos Emeralds. That's my secret, champ. Now take a nap while I take care of business. And now it shifts over to him talking to Amy. They've been popping up all over the place. Tails has asked us all to meet up to talk about it. Nobody could reach you, though. Yeah, he was dealing with Reverse Flash. That's why. And they're all at the Hall of Justice. Now, if memory serves me right, they did use this in the Scooby-Doo movie. That being Scooby-Doo and Crypto 2. But I don't remember what the last big event outside of All In that they might have used the Hall of Justice for. So, but anyways, they get to the front door. Hold on, security check. Only one otter per planet. Knock it off, Beast Boy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Knuckles is an echidna and is sensitive about that sort of thing. He's sensitive about 99% of everything. Don't kid yourself, Tails. Or maybe even 90, but whatever. Can you look after things? We've got a big decision to make. Yeah, you can count on me. As they put down their emeralds, they find their home planet of Mobius. Booyah! I knew it! The other emeralds are detecting the last one in another dimension. That means our world survived. But how? Mr. Terrific said it was wiped out. He said he couldn't detect it. My theory is Darkseid's dimensional engine malfunctioned during the fight and hit our world in a kind of pocket dimension. I think the Sonic franchise has dealt with pocket universes or pocket dimensions, and I believe DC has also done that too. I'll look into it. But now we have the other emeralds, and their power can resonate with each other, revealing the way home. We can finally open a way back. And Shadow's like, I don't know, should we? It's almost as if he wants to just stay there. Why do you always have to be like that? If our world survived, then Darkseid survived. Opening a way home leaves this planet vulnerable to invasion. The Justice League were ready to give up their lives to save our world. They would take the chance if the situation was reversed. They would come to save us, no matter what. It's not a question of if we're doing this, it's a question of how soon do we get it started. In favor? Anyone? Yeah. Basically everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, pretty much. Besides, you're telling me you don't want another shot at Darkseid? Yeah, let's dig into his ego. And I think that's how Wonder Woman and Batman talk sometimes. Like, you want to do this or what? Mind you, I did say sometimes. I've set the dimensional coordinates you gave me, but the space-time variance is far beyond acceptable parameters. It's okay. Once the Chaos Emeralds power the stabilizer, we should be safely pulled through to the other side. Safe travels, everyone, and for what it's worth, you made a damn fine Justice League. As the Freedom Force head through the gate, hopefully going back home, we'll see what happened to the Justice League. But actually, before we end things off, I think there was, a couple things? Alright, so the first one is a joking prediction, and more so just my thoughts. But it would be funny if they imbued Superman with the Chaos Emeralds, effectively turning him into a super Kryptonian, kind of like Super Sonic, Super Tails, Super Knuckles, from the games and the comics. But I highly doubt it's going to happen, though it would be funny nonetheless. Now, the other thing involves the whole mention of all the human Green Lanterns. Now, was he actually giving Guy Gardner respect, or was he just running through the list like, okay, they have all these lanterns, well, I'll just name them all. And like most people, he just doesn't care about him. Like, we all know he's a joke one, but yeah. Either way, that's going to do it for me today. Put your thoughts down in the comment section below. And until I get my hands on issue number 4, I will see you all again next time. Till then, goodbye.